Hey, it's me, Bobby and welcome back to my Let's Play of Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures for the Wii U. This time we're finishing technically the last stage of Pac-Topius. You notice there's like other abuse spots that I haven't completed yet, but those are pretty much optional stages, and well, since there's not much difference in the other stages in Pac-Topius, I won't be showing them off. But yeah, this is the final stage of Pac-Topius. This one doesn't have a boss battle, unfortunately. This is pretty much the same thing we saw in the previous stage. Yeah, we get back to see if there's any more items to get. But yeah, we still got the chameleon power over here. Pretty much Yoshi, but a bit more stiffer in the tonguing attack. And, well, since there's not really much to talk about in this part, I want to talk about pretty much my future videos on my newest account on youtube.com/capital E Bobby33. ME stands for Manic Expression. Yes, my old account, because of my first copyright strike on my first account, it bans on monetization. Sorry, I'm kind of standing here. So pretty much, I created this new account. Well, technically, I always had that account since I got myself a Google Plus account. I say, hey, just mix it to new here. Maybe bring some of my older videos and pretty much start from the beginning. And, well, there you have it. My new YouTube channel. Now, let's talk about my Soccer Awards video a little bit. I'm sorry if I'm not talking too much about the game, but again, it's the same thing. Eat ghosts, collect items, and this is one reason why I think I'm not going to be able to finish this game in completion. Not because it's too hard, but there's not much to talk about. But we will go to another stage after this level. But a little bit about my Soccer War videos. I pretty much got second part. It's part 2 done already. And well, I thought I was able to get it to 3 parts. I did got to cut it down to 4. Hopefully I finish it by January. And well, I think my first version review may be pushed to February. But for the most part, February probably won't be that much videos. Unless I come up with something real quick. But hopefully you're enjoying the videos I have so far. I know not many people know about Soccer Wars. Maybe you're not interested, but my next video game reviews would be Mario 3D World and Banjo-Kazooie for the N64. Hopefully you enjoy that when it comes out, hopefully in February. And as for wrestling, I already mentioned I'm going to review One Night Only Extravaganza with no spoilers. And, well, back to the game here, because there's something slightly different. You get a little transportation thing. Not really anything pretty new or exciting, just something a bit different that I can at least point out about the stage. You know, you could probably mix up all the stages and I wouldn't be able to tell which one's which or which one's the first stage or the last stage. In Pac-Topius at least. But this game is pretty generic and, well, I think I was too generous about the score. I reviewed this game, I gave it a 7.5 because it pretty much got the basic right. I'm pretty sure it's targeting a much younger audience, which is fine. And I think it succeeded in that. At least it tries, it gives you different power-ups and everything else, but it doesn't really give you a reason to come back to it or continue on. Yeah, the sort of Pac-Man cutscene. That's probably the only time they're gonna have some funny moments like that. But anyways, it was almost to the end of the stage. Yeah, I don't really blame people for not liking this game, but sometimes I get the feeling, and maybe I'm over energizing the review a little bit, but I feel like they treat this like, oh, it's a very awful game, which I don't think it deserves that. It's just very mediocre and generic. And well, although probably from a review standpoint, you probably would prefer something very worse or awful than mediocre, because when you try to come up with reviews and interesting stuff to talk about, you can point out like how bad the game is, while something mediocre be like, this game just okay to hear, but you know, nothing worth noteworthy. I don't really hate this game, but I feel like it does get too much hate, because I think people, although they do get fair criticism about it, like again, game's pretty mediocre, but I feel like they pretty much just look at the new Pac-Man design and say, oh, this game's not going to be good as the old Pac-Man. It doesn't play like the old Pac-Man, and it's not going to meet up to the... Now, when I say old Pac-Man, I'm not really just talking about the Pac-Man arcade game. I also creating Pac-Man World. I never really played any of the Pac-Man World games, but I heard some pretty good things about it. Maybe I can get that one for the GameCube if I able to find it. I never really had a PlayStation, so I really missed out on Pac-Man, and that's one reason why I bought this game, because with Mario, I always buy most of the game except for Sunshine. I really never find any interest in Mario Sunshine. And Sonic, although I never owned a Sega console, I at least like play some of the games, like even Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast. I used to play like at my local Target or another gaming store. I forgot which one it is, but I always like was able to at least play some of the game. And of course, I played the whole game once I got older, got a job, and able to buy consoles and games for myself. But Pac-Man, I feel like, I mean, I'm never really a big diehard Pac-Man fan, but I feel like, but I did play like the Super Nintendo Pac-Man 2, which, well, it is kind of bad and a weird direction to take the Pac-Man series, but it was an interesting try at least. But other than that, I guess Pac-Man was like one of those forgotten things in my childhood that I wish I didn't leave behind. And well, back to the game, we just noticed we got a new power up. It's the Rock Pac-Man, or Roaring Pac, whatever the official name is called, but you pretty much roll around, you can run over ghosts, even though ghosts are supposed to go do solid things, but whatevs. Or maybe Pac-Man eats them while we don't see it, but the Roaring Pac-Man actually controls pretty nicely. There's actually a break button which I grabbed the game included, because well, in some of the later part of the stage, you'll see why. There's like also falling pits. I mean, not that it's really bad to control it if it didn't have a break. I mean, if you practice enough and study the level pretty well, I'm pretty sure an expert will pretty much find a way to beat the stage without using any of the break. But yeah, I really like the Roaring Pac-Man power up. It has a good potential. And well, although I wish I say that they could have used it a bit more, I can't really think of any reason how at the moment. But I don't know. In fact, there was something missing with the running Pac-Man that they could have done. But yeah, here's some of the falling platforms. Now, lucky there's some green sign there, but it would take hits. And you might see that in a moment here. I forgot when, but just watch out for it. And of course, some of the platforms is going to break. And yep, I overjumped it. I meant to hit the brake. And even though you jump back to regular Pac-Man and thought it would be easier, you still have to turn to the bar to activate those switches. Now back to about the previous Pac-Man. I heard a lot of good things about the Pac-Man World Series. It's something that I always wanted to try out, but I never really get the chance. I like to buy my games like locally, and where the only place that sells old games is at my mall. It's very far away, but it's a pretty awesome place. Sometimes I buy some stuff on eBay, but usually when I try to buy some old video games, Pac-Man World Series is usually not in my mind. It's like one of those games that I want to try out, but not really in a hurry to. Not because I don't really care. Well, okay, I guess that's kind of the reason. And ooh, yeah. So I guess got distracted by running over that enemy. That was a pretty good hit. And yeah, sometimes aiming could be a bit hard. Yeah, I kind of wish that targeting thing was a bit simpler. Like, the whole Pac-Man body is coming up the direction of where you're going. I mean, not that it's hard or impossible, but sometimes I just get distracted by that, by not seeing the arrows, and I sometimes go off target. And now here's one of the, I guess, puzzles of the game. You have to push that ball into that switch to advance through the level. It doesn't feel like a challenge. It's more like a time waster, really. More like, yeah, this is pretty simple. Just get on with it, and I probably wouldn't mind it if they did a little bit here and there, but sometimes they do too much. It gets really boring and repetitive. And ooh, that almost kind of going for that hole in one over there. But yeah, about my future channels and reviews. Other than the games that I listed and the wrestling shows or wrestling reviews that I just said, I'm not really thinking of anything else to review. I mean, there's a few new games that's coming out for the Wii U, like the Donkey Kong game and Mario Kart 8. But other than that, I pretty much drawing a blank. As for this place, well, I'm trying not to focus too much on that because this place is not my strongest, I guess, performance. I'm still very new and I'm not that great of a speaker, which you could probably tell already. But, and well, seeing that I'm talking about my channel rather than the game, which I'm supposed to, I'm pretty sure I'm not doing a great job. I might try another game that I might get some more, I guess, more interesting stuff happen in that game, because Pac-Man the Ghostly Adventure is definitely not a bad choice. I chose this game mainly because I thought it's an easy game. It'd be a good try, and well, I thought I could at least finish it quick, and I probably could if there wasn't so many. Well, there's not really a lot of stages. It's just so many padding. Maybe if there's like a better story with more cutscenes, I could probably maybe try to work off that. Well, probably fail at it, but at least try to at least give me something to work on. And this is one of the rare instances that the camera was against me. Good thing nothing major happened, but it camera could be a problem sometimes, and I overshot that, and that's the one and only time I died in the stage. Luckily, I don't have to go back too far, but unfortunately, I need to press all the switches again. Well, all two of them, but I don't know. But this game's so boring, it feels like it takes forever. And don't be surprised if this is the last time I play this game. I may try again later if, I don't have any ideas for videos. But, well, I think I at least doing better than my second part. In my second part, I ran out of material quick. And, well, fortunately, I kind of paused and studied there, and well, we're about to finish the stage. Made it this time, and we got the cherry. Well, that's pretty much it for this Let's Play Part 3 of Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventure. I hope you at least enjoy some of my rambling, at least, and I guess tune in next time maybe, possibly a different game, but anyways, I catch you later. This is me, Bobby33, peace.